As the body count mounts in Ukraine, as Vladimir Putin is reportedly attacking even residential areas in his conquest of the breadbasket of Europe, the American establishment news media are focusing on issues that really matter, like the effect of the invasion on transgender acceptance. CBS News is reporting that, quote, transgender acceptance in Ukraine is not widespread, and changing legal documents to match gender requires a long process with psychiatric evaluations. I suspect the psychiatric evaluations go something like this. Sir, do you think you're a woman? No? Okay, you pass. Yes, you do? Sorry, you fail. Would seem like a pretty straightforward psychiatric examination. I digress. The network goes on. Quote, CBS News spoke with one woman in Kyiv who is now battling a war within a war amid Russia's invasion. The woman, of course, is a man, and the war within the war is a sexual delusion presently being crammed down everyone's throats by an increasingly decadent secular West. But the news report is actually a helpful reminder to the warmongering globalist liberals who 2 weeks ago couldn't have pointed to Kiev on a map. It reminds them, Ukraine is not your toy. It is not merely the area of the world where you can superimpose your own delusions and your own preferences. Ukraine is a nation and a people with its own beliefs and customs and interests and way of viewing the world. And maybe if our leaders in the West had had even a modicum of humility and prudence, maybe if they had shown just the teensiest, tiniest bit of respect for those national differences and for Ukraine's unique and uniquely vulnerable place in Eastern Europe, perhaps we wouldn't all find ourselves today on the brink of World War III. But I suppose that sort of basic competence and judgment is too much to ask of a ruling class that can't tell the difference between boys and girls. Did you like that clip? I'm so glad. You know, we're entering into a penitential season right now, and one thing that I would recommend giving up for Lent would be all the other podcasts other than mine. You should continue to listen to my podcast, but you could give up all of the other ones, and then you'll have time to listen to more of my episodes, which you can get at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play. Type in The Michael Knowles Show, subscribe, leave a 5-star review, obviously ring the bell here. We'll see you next time.